now the floor is open for questions. If there are any questions for these two panelists. Yes, sir, please.
Well, I'm very loud.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Siddiqui, and I'll introduce. I'm a textbook writer on tourism. My question is to Sardar Sahab. During lunch break, I very briefly discussed about benefiting from the cross-selling. Why do we myopically think that these are religious tourists, these are Sikh, Jain, and Buddhist tourists? Why can't we say them other places where they come for religious tourism or spiritual tourism? Number two, ma'am, you spoke very eloquently about corridor. The visas are given at $20 fees and but 5,000 fees, but they cannot stay more than 24 hours. I think if we negotiate with Indian government, because it has to be, with the agreement of Indian side, and allow them to visit other Sikh sites for shopping and other places, why religious tourists can't visit Golden or Harappa? So my question is, benefiting from the concept of cross-selling, Saudi Arabia has converted all Umrah visas into tourist visas. Now you can visit any places. I know a lot of my friends who go for Umrah, they visit UCC sites and so this is the question. If we broaden this concept and benefit from cross-selling, thank you.
A relevant question, and I'm of the view that if someone is coming for the religious tourism, he must be given a chance to explore other sites as well. And I just give you one example. In most of the cases now, the Sikh community coming from Malaysia, this is how it started now. So every time they will come to Panja Sahib, Nankana Sahib, they must have planned to go to Murray, and now this time they're going to Gilgit and Hunza, all of those sites. So this is how we're going to promote that whosoever is going to come, they should not come only for the religious tourism. If someone is interested for the business opportunities, business venture, he must be given a chance to sit with the business people. If they want to go to see the archaeological site, they must go to see that. And this is how the government of Punjab, recently the Chief Minister of Punjab has established a steering committee on the tourism. And there I'm looking after the chair of Religious Tourism Committee. We're going to identify 100 sites, and that's how we're going to promote ecotourism. If someone is going towards Kartarpur Sahib, what else we can have on the way, so that rather just go for the Kartarpur Sahib, they can go to the Chakamru, where there's a Pakistan Center time. They can go to some other places. They can go, and that's how we are going to make it possible. So tourists are not only going for the one to see one side. So we are going to it is cross-cutting. And the other question, if you will answer, I do have answered the question, but I would appreciate if you answer. Otherwise, I will be there to support you.
Thank you. As I said earlier also, this idea that there should be specialized tourist guides who take the people around, that was what I was intending to say, that not only that these religion, any person of one religion comes and only visits the sites of that particular religion, but also visits other historical places. For example, in Lahore, we have these lots of historical old Mughal buildings. In other areas of Pakistan, we have other things to show. Also, shopping is an extremely important part also when you go to another country, and there are people always, whenever we go somewhere, we want to buy tokens, and Pakistan has very good things to, showcase. And we've also had tourist fairs in which we have tried to showcase all the specialities that are available in Pakistan, from, cloth to to fruit, to anything, you name it. And we do have those very beautiful things that are famous all over the world. But because we have not been able to promote it as we should have been able to promote it, and I'm happy that the CM has taken this initiative of a tourism committee, like you're saying, and I hope that they'll be able to also do more promotion because nowadays it's all about how much you can promote any idea, and the more you promote, the more people become aware of it. As far as the visa is concerned, of course, there are problems about that, and sometimes it is said that the larger country maybe has a smaller heart, and the smaller country has a larger heart. Pakistan has a huge heart. We are always ready to welcome people to all over Pakistan. So we hope that at some time that can also be promoted.
Regarding your question of the 24 hours, because colleagues from the Foreign Office and from other departments are also here. This is what I have spoken to, I have requested the Chief Prime Minister of Pakistan as well, because like in Muslims, there is a morning prayer and evening prayer, and then 3 prayers in the daytime. But when someone is coming from India to visit Kartarpur Sahib, they cannot offer the morning prayer as well as they cannot offer the evening prayer. So this is what we have already requested the Prime Minister, and I would request you that you should make part this like recommendation of your entire document, that this should be for the 24 hours. It will not only increase the footfall, rather it will give more positive gesture from our side that we're going to go do it for the 24 hours. So if someone is coming in the morning, he can spend the night and next morning they can leave. So if it is 24 hours, it will increase the footfall. And the second is particularly about the $20 fees. Yes, this is what we have discussed, that we need to rationalize it. It can be looked into that how we can go cater the senior citizens, the children, so likewise that this is and but मैं एक चीज़ बड़ी important जिस पर बात करना चाहूँगा, वो बड़ा ज़रूरी है और मैं चाहूँगा कि हम उसको highlight करें. अभी कुछ दिन पहले 3-4 दिन पहले on 30th of October, first time in the history of Punjab, Chief Minister of Punjab opened the door of CM office and we had a Diwali festival in the Chief Minister's office. वो दिवाली वो नहीं थी जिस तरह की हमारे सरकारी तकारीब होती हैं कि चीफ मिनिस्टर आई, पीछे चिट्टा बैनर लगा है तो जनाब पीछे झंडा लगा है, उदा पाकिस्तान इंसिग्निया लाता तो ख़त्म. It was something जिसके अंदर हमने रंग भरे हैं और वहाँ पे हिंदू कम्युनिटी के भाइयों ने आके बाकायदा तौर पे अपना शंख बजाया, अपने भजन पढ़े. सीएम पंजाब ने वहाँ पे उनके साथ खड़े होके दिवाली का दीपमाला जगाई. सीएम पंजाब ने वहाँ पे खड़े होके केक काट के उनको सबको अपने हाथों से केक खिलाया, उनके सबके साथ दिवाली मिली. एंड वो जो जेस्चर था, वुड यू बिलीव, बहुत सारे वो लोग जो हमारे बारे में एक नेगेटिव राय रखते हैं, जो हमेशा हमें क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, जिनका काम ही बैठा है वो बैठ के होता है मीडिया पे उन्होंने क्रिटिसाइज करना, उनको भी पाकिस्तान के बारे में पॉजिटिव बोलने में मजबूर किया. तो मैं ये समझता हूँ वन गुड जेस्चर, जहाँ पे हम कहते हैं ना कि वन बैड जेस्चर डिस्ट्रॉयज एवरीथिंग, आपका एक अच्छा जेस्चर कैन हार्नेस मच मच मोर. सो हमें, मैं चाहूँगा कि ये जब हमारा होता है, हमारे फॉरेन ऑफिसेज हैं, यू डूइंग अ लॉट, बट आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट बिकॉज यू आर द वन हु द सीनियर और आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस है, हमारे इस वक्त फॉरेन ऑफिस को जितने भी हमारे फॉरेन मिशंस हैं वहाँ पे हमारा बड़ा क्लोज लाइजन होना चाहिए सिख कम्युनिटी के साथ. वी मस्ट इन्वॉल्व देम, वी मस्ट इंगेज देम, वी मस्ट हैव रोड शोज. दिस इज व्हाट जसदीप सिंह जी हाईलाइटेड. अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई वाज इन यूके कुछ साल पहले जब मैं पहली दफ़ा एमपी बना, एंड एवरी सिख वाज सरप्राइज्ड टू लिसन इट दैट पाकिस्तान भी सिख एमपी बढ़ गया है. ये कितना हो गया जी, पाकिस्तानी ने तो कितना बड़ा था, पाकिस्तानी तो किसी को पसंद नहीं कर दे. सो जब मैंने कहा नहीं, हकीकत इसके बरक्स है. तो ये दिस इज समथिंग जो हमारे फॉरेन मिशन हैं, फॉरेन मिशन शुड टेक लीड. और आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. जब तक फॉरेन मिशन इस पे नहीं करेंगे, मेरी इस बात को बढ़ना कीजिएगा. फॉरेन मिशन वाले के चंगा से स्पीकर चले सामने बैठ के रगड़ गया. सो इट्स नॉट मैटर ऑफ रगड़ना, इट्स समथिंग व्हिच इज रियली नीड ऑफ द आवर. हमें थोड़ा सा उस जो हमारी ऑलरेडी बड़ी एसओपी से बाहर निकल के आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स सोचना होगा, बिकॉज इस वक्त दुनिया बहुत फार पास्ट है. और इस वक्त दे हैव हायर्ड द लॉबियस्ट, they have hired the PF firms, they have hired the influencers, they have hired the YouTubers, जिनका पर्पस इस वक्त एक ही है कि किस तरीके से पाकिस्तान को डिफेंड किया जाए. हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू काउंटर इट, हाउ वी गोइंग टू पोर्ट्रे. I don't call it that is a positive image of the country. I always say this is a true image of the country, a true image of the countries that we strongly believe on coexistence, tolerance and एक दूसरे के साथ मोहब्बत और प्यार को.
Any further questions? जी सर, सजाद साहब.
My name is Sardar Sajjad. I am the managing director of Bukhari Group of Companies with a nationwide presence in the country. I have to make 2 points. One point is regarding the infrastructure and the upkeep of these sites, the religious sites. We have 20 of them which are more popular and mostly visited by the pilgrimage. Way back, as far as the Pakistan government responsibility is concerned, we fulfilled and it's manifested in a way that Kartarpur is built and in a very immaculate way. Now, back in June 2019, Peter Verdici, the billionaire from UK, he had announced, he pledged 500 million pounds to be injected towards the development of infrastructure of these sites. I would like any update, Ramesh ji, if you have any update on that. And secondly, where the government is also responsible, of course, the community has to come forward. While the things have opened up, the community has to participate towards building of these sites and the required infrastructure. Okay, the second point in collaboration, I'll just support the point of view of my friend. He was mentioning about why not other kind of tourism. Now, you know, if the cycle of the religious tourism of the Sikhs, if you say, we have to go to Punjab Sahib every time somebody is coming, he must go to Punjab Sahib. Now, Punjab Sahib is located and very well connected with a very good road network towards the Sawat Valley, towards Chitral, towards Kumrat, or for that matter, any other place. In the winters, one can have the skiing, or one can have kind of a snow on the mountains. So I give you another example, as you mentioned about the Saudi Arabia also. We are doing like Hajj and Umrah a lot. And we introduced this package of tourism along with Hajj, and it became very popular. It's not only into the Saudi itself, but also on the way back to Dubai, and it has been received very well. So community should also be encouraged to look around and see these areas. Now, at the distance of only 1.5 hours, you are into a different province with different culture, like in Sawat or Dir or somewhere, or maybe Chitral, out of the world. So this opportunity can also be kept. Thank you.
If you want to say something.
Regarding 500 million pounds, because I don't know this was a statement or that was a commitment, because I never met that thick gentleman with whom he has promised, but still, recently when I became the president of Pakistan Sikh Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee before becoming the Cabinet Minister of Punjab, I opened it up, and I totally agree with you. Kartarpur is a totally different case, different example, but there are certain places which need restoration and conservation. Recently, Chief Minister of Punjab has allocated around 500 million, which is a small amount, just for the restoration of those places which have its own significance in terms of the religious tourism. And we're going to restore not only the Gurdwaras, we're going to restore the churches as well and the mandars as well. But there's a body which is Evacuee Trust Property Board, and that is a responsibility of Evacuee Trust Property Board, and they have started working on it just to restore this building. But as you heard from the Jasdeep Singh Jassi ji, that the diaspora is really willing to invest in Pakistan in two terms. One, investment as investors, and the second, invest to restore the buildings, the historical buildings like the Gurdwaras, and that is what we have started recently. 5 Gurdwaras which were under the control of the land grabbers, we just get it rescued from them, and now they are under the Pakistan Sikh Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee, and some Sikh fellows, they are coming to Pakistan and they want to restore those places, and in next like in our framework, we are going to restore 10 to 15 Gurdwaras in next 1 year time. So just they are in a shape that people can come and they can visit and they say, yes, Pakistan has protected our like Gurdwaras. So about the tourism, if someone is coming for the religious tourism, I have already answered this question, that I'm totally of the view that if the Sikh diaspora, maybe we can have different SOPs for the Indians, but if diaspora is coming from the UK, US, they must give a chance to go to see the Qila Bala Hasar, they should be given a chance to go to Chitral, to other places as well, because this is how we can promote our diversity, we can promote our the values, and we can tell the people that we strongly believe on coexistence.
My question is how today's forum can help tour operators to interact with Sikhs leading organizations in Pakistan and Western countries to promote Sikh tourism in Pakistan?
बिल्कुल ठीक है जी। अब अभी हमने, बिकॉज मैं पाकिस्तान सिख गुरुद्वारा प्रबंधक कमेटी का प्रेसिडेंट भी हूँ जी, तो हमने अभी रिसेंटली अपनी कमेटी के अंदर डिसाइड किया है कि हम कुछ इसको रेगुलेट करने जा रहे हैं। अनफॉर्चुनेटली इट इज़ नॉट रेगुलेटेड हाउ इट शुड बी, और वी आर गोइंग टू रेगुलेट इट। पाकिस्तान सिख गुरुद्वारा प्रबंधक कमेटी विल हैव सर्टेन टूर ऑपरेटर्स, और हम अपने जितने भी हमारे फॉरेन मिशंस हैं उनको बताएंगे कि दीज आर द वन हु आर लाइक रजिस्टर्ड विद द पाकिस्तान सिख गुरुद्वारा प्रबंधक कमेटी, सो हूएवर इज गोना कम टू पाकिस्तान, तो हम अपने रजिस्टर्ड टूर ऑपरेटर्स के थ्रू उनको बुलाएंगे। बिकॉज मुझे पिछले 2 महीनों के अंदर जितनी कंप्लेंट्स मुझे मिली है, उससे पहले जो ये अनरजिस्टर्ड टूर ऑपरेटर्स बुलाते हैं अपने उसकी बुनियाद पे, फिर जिस तरीके से वो हमारा एक बड़ा गलत तासुर जाता है और वो सोशल मीडिया पे पूरी एक कैंपेन चली यूरोप के अंदर, यूके के अंदर। सो दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट इट, एंड नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ पॉलिसी दैट देयर वुड बी सर्टेन रजिस्टर्ड टूर ऑपरेटर्स, और हम पाकिस्तान सिख गुरुद्वारा प्रबंधक कमेटी वुड अलाउ देम कि वो जिनको भी लेके आना चाहते हैं, देयर शुड नॉट कैप ऑन द नंबर। मैं तो कहूँगा मेरे पास हर साल 25,000 30,000 छोड़ के 1 लाख डायस्पोरा है, हम उनको हैंडल कर लेंगे। बट द रियल चैलेंज, द रियल इशू वुड बी कि वो जो लोग लेके आ रहे हैं वो दे शुड नॉट बी अब्यूज, और उनके साथ ज्यादती नहीं होनी चाहिए। बिकॉज बहुत सारी जगहों पर हमने ये फील किया, मेरे पास बहुत सारी कंप्लेंट्स है। बट आपका सवाल, यस वी आर गोइंग टू रेगुलेट देम इन नेक्स्ट 3 to 4 months.
Last question from madam.
Assalamu alaikum ji, this is Zubaida Abbasi. First of all, thank you so very much for arranging this very enlightening international conference on such an important topic. In the morning session, the deliberations which were made by Madam Ambassador Namana Hashmi and then Christian, they were very good in that case that they have advocated for professional training programs which could equip the people and enhance skills for operating the tourist. I would like to ask, are the communities, is government is doing anything for the communities to basically equip them with the required skill which could handle the influx of tourists who are coming in future at the moment? And then I haven't heard anything about the women inclusive tourism in Pakistan. Anything, anywhere where I can go alone, but having this sense of safety and security in my mind, one thing. And then we have been very much focusing on the northern side of Pakistan. In my opinion, how about having a bus service or something to the other areas, to the other regions of Pakistan as well? Maidani ilaqe jinhe aap kehte hain. Punjab has so much potential to offer such a greenery, such a forestry. We can have a Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan to the extent as well. A bus service to the tourist. For Balochistan, we can have a stargazing thing. So I was just wondering that if basically we are trying something to connect the communities rather than just having a certain group in loop in academia or anything, because at the end of the day, the people in Gilgit-Baltistan, Swat and other in Lahore, the communities should know how to handle the tourist and tourism further. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. I think you've given some very good suggestions and very pertinent suggestions. Community building and getting the community to be aware of how to handle tourists, like you've said. I think one thing is that is something inbuilt in Pakistanis. We are very hospitable people. Whoever comes to Pakistan, recently we had a few SCO and other conferences, and everybody who comes says that Pakistanis are so hospitable. So I think that is something inbuilt in us also to how to, but other maybe more training led things could be initiated. I agree with you. And as far as women inclusive, as far as I have seen, I've seen, as I said, people coming from all over the world for the Sikh festivals in Nankana. They're always very women inclusive. Women come, they feel very safe. Nankana is made into a place where the traffic is just stopped. So it's all walking, and women are walking alone. The houses, the homes of the people are opened up, and the people from other countries come and live in the homes, not only of the Sikhs, but also of Muslims and all other communities. There are also Christian communities over there. So that is something that is, women inclusive, I think. As far as other areas are concerned, if there is a security concern, obviously that needs to be addressed for everybody, not just for tourists. But a community of people from all over the Pakistan, as you've suggested, and bus services to all areas of Pakistan, the coastal areas, the Sindh, for example, where there are so many Hindu temples and other Hindu sites, to KP also, to Gilgit-Baltistan, Punjab, obviously, it's all, I think that's a very good idea which should be put forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shazra. I think the most important question is of perception, and definitely this religious tourism is linked with the cultural diplomacy, as she mentioned, economic diplomacy. This gives a message of coexistence, and I think Pakistan's effort will bring the result, but I think we will need more time for this, and much of the efforts have been put in place. Thank you very much.